The origin and meaning of the terms STIKS and the Hive. I do not claim to speak on behalf of the author. Everything that follows is my own interpretation of the world of STIKS and the Hive, formed by Artem Kamenisty's texts and by the way this world gradually reveals itself to the reader. In Kamenisty's universe, the terms STIKS and the Hive are not arbitrary. They describe different layers of understanding the same reality. STIKS is the name of the universe as a whole. The most common and intuitive interpretation links it to the river Styx of ancient Greek mythology, the boundary between the world of the living and the world of the dead. In myth, the Styx is a threshold. Once crossed, return is impossible, or at best, extraordinarily difficult. This is precisely the role STIKS plays. A person crosses the boundary of ordinary reality and enters an environment where former lives, familiar laws, and old values no longer function. There is no true going back. STIKS represents transition, the point of no return, and a complete rupture from the previous world. In this sense, STIKS is a metaphorical name for the entire universe, emphasizing the act of crossing beyond what is familiar and irreversible. The Hive, sometimes referred to as the Human Hive, describes the internal structure of that universe. It is not a poetic metaphor, but a practical description of how this reality operates. The world is made up of clusters, isolated fragments of other worlds stitched together into a single, unstable system. Each cluster resembles a cell in a honeycomb. It has clear boundaries, its own lifespan, and its own moment of reset. Clusters differ in size and age, and their reload cycles vary dramatically, from hours to decades or even centuries. Like a real hive, the world consists of an infinite number of individual cells. The system constantly renews itself. Elements disappear and are replaced. The whole structure functions as a single organism, though not a human one. The term the hive highlights that this world is not random. It operates as an ecosystem, governed by internal logic, repetition, and cycles, even if that logic remains only partially comprehensible to human beings. Final distinction between the terms. STIKS is the name of the universe and the symbol of crossing beyond ordinary reality. The hive is the description of how that universe functions internally, a network of clusters, resets, and recurring cycles. One term explains meaning and metaphor. The other explains structure and mechanics. Together, they form a complete picture of the world. A person crosses STIKS and finds themselves inside the hive.